Hey everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet, where we go everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by my co-host JT and Novaburst. And this week, we're going to be going over our predictions for this upcoming week for the Overwatch League. A lot of good matches coming up, a lot of interesting rivalries, possibly. We'll see. So we have day one. We have New York versus Florida. Nova, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Honestly, for New York, it should be a cakewalk for them. I know they did come off a loss with Philadelphia, but honestly, like I said last week, they're just gonna brush that off, to be honest, because they're still a dominant team. And so this is gonna be a great chance for New York to show off that, hey, we're top for a reason. So it should be an easy one for New York.
Okay. And JT?
Time to get the
and I don't care anymore. So we're gonna go to Florida. I'm just kidding. Continue.
It's okay. It's okay.
Go on ahead, JT.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Hey, I get
All
one.
I want to say is we're putting the train tracks back together, getting the hype train going, baby. Time to roll over Florida.
Yeah, I don't think Florida's gonna get rolled over. I mean,
Hey,
if anything, it's gonna be 3-1. But it's definitely going to be one of the least entertaining matchups. But another matchup that we have on day one is going to be Toronto-Atlanta. JT, I know you like those Canadians. How you feeling about this one?
Pretty good. Can't complain. New York's going to lose to Florida, by the way. Hate to jump back, but they're going to disappoint me again. I already feel it in my phone.
You're like they're going to lose.
I'm sorry. I'm just processing this in my head. That matchup, they're just gonna disappoint me. Anyways, Toronto.
I'm telling you, New York's becoming the new Houston.
New York, I'm scared. Please don't do this to me.
New York, New Houston.
You and Dallas. We're talking about which matchup with Toronto?
Atlanta.
With Atlanta. So Atlanta's first showing. Excited about that. Toronto's a good team, so we'll get a good base level for how good Atlanta is. We can start filling out that power ranking, of course. I honestly think Atlanta's going to win this one, but it's going to be close.
Like 3-2 close?
Yeah, 3-2 close.
Okay. Nova, how you feeling about this Toronto-Atlanta matchup?
Honestly, I'm really excited for this matchup. I think this one for me is the most hyped up, or I think it's going to be the biggest matchup of the week. Like JT said, we haven't seen Atlanta before, but just like last season, they did pretty good. They were in top 10, I believe, last season, and going up against Toronto, who they're doing pretty good, all right. But if Atlanta keeps to their roots of what they did last season, I think Atlanta should be able to take this win over Toronto.
Just because everyone's going for the Atlanta hype train, I'm going to go for that Toronto hype train, even though I'm not too big of a fan of Toronto. I think they're a little bit overhyped. But it's going to be a good match either way, especially I want to see how Baby Bay and Atlanta is going to do coming into this new season, for sure. We also have London versus Houston in day one, which will be interesting considering London reverse 3-0 sweep Washington. Houston's winning this matchup, you say? Okay, JT, tell me why you think this.
Because everyone has jumped off the Houston bandwagon. They have nothing to play for. Their entire team needs to be benched or fired. So they're going to win this matchup. That's what's going to happen. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
The universe sometimes doesn't make sense. New York should have won last week. Houston's going to win this week. No one's going to pick them to win, so I'm going to pick them to win because it's going to happen. The universe hates logic.
The rapper or just in general? Oh, wow. Logic, if you're listening, if you're watching, I'm so sorry.
Only if he gives his money.
Please sponsor us. Nova, what do you think about London coming into this matchup?
Honestly, Houston, they're going to have the advantage. It's going to be their homestead. But I don't know. Honestly, Houston, very disappointing this season. But I think I'm going to go for London. I think London got it. Went up against Washington, did fairly well. Like you said, reverse comeback win. And, if they keep on going with that kind of energy going up into this match, they should be able to feel good about themselves going up against a team that hasn't won yet. So I'm going to root for London on this one.
Okay. I'll agree with you on that one. I mean, Houston's my team. I mean, I'm already kind of, heartbroken by them, but they still my team. I'm going to hope they win. It's tough. I have to see how London's coming into this week to see how they do.
Very tough indeed. But later on in the next day in the week, we have Paris versus Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Zeus, I know you love yourselves, like you say, your Frenchies.
I love my Frenchies. Oh yeah.
Over there. So what do you say about this one?
Are you okay?
I think
He's having a freaking stroke right there.
Dude, you did this last week. I kind of wanted to call 911. What's wrong?
No, that's my in the zone face. But I think Paris is gonna take this one. I honestly, I don't know how Atlanta's gonna do. I'll have to watch how they do against Toronto to really give my best opinion. They are looking promising coming in this week, so it's not gonna be no sweep. But man, I love my Frenchies, and I think they're gonna take the dub on this one. We got a lot of good people on there. Granted, Atlanta does too. So, like I said, it's not gonna be a sweep. It'll be a close matchup, but it'll be definitely entertaining. I think Paris is gonna win this one.
Cool. JT, what about you, man?
I need you to quit shaking your head, please.
This is where Atlanta comes in and takes their 5th or 6th place spot in the rankings and knocks Paris down to the bottom echelon. Man, Atlanta, just don't fail me like New York has been doing last weekend.
Gosh.
Atlanta, I'm just telling you right now, I really do believe Atlanta is going to be a top 5 team. I think they're going to be the 5th best team. And I don't think Paris is going to end in the top 10. So this will be a good matchup for them to prove that they're a top 5 team. It's going to be really rough on them if they don't win this matchup.
Why you got to hate on my Frenchies, bro? Like, why are you always hating on my Frenchies?
I think they're overrated.
You're overrated. Go home.
I am home.
Oh, yeah.
So that means Atlanta's going to win.
Nope.
So
Paris still gonna win.
Hey, hold it. We'll put your 2 cents in later. But Zeus, okay. So in this matchup, then, if you're so confident in Paris winning, you said it's going to be a tough matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's going to be a tough matchup, what do you think is going to be that little bit to push you over the edge and get this win?
To be honest, we're going to have to work on how we use our team comps because everyone's trying new stuff out, especially with the hero band coming out pretty soon here. And a lot of May comps, as we've seen, a lot more Widowmaker plays. They're kind of going away from, 2 tanks, or 2 shields, but I think they should stay with Reinhardt and Diva to stick with their strong suit and just keep with the team comp and their teamwork. Everything else is perfectly fine. We got a lot of good players on there. They'll be able to. Sir, are you falling asleep on me right now? Sir, I will go to your house and beat you with a French stick of bread.
Are you done? Are you done?
I am done now. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's just the most boring thing I've ever heard ever, which is every Paris fan. We're going to have to win by strategies, and we're going to have to put teamwork. Give me some facts here. Come on. All I'm saying is we've got a better DPS, Baby Bay, and Dogman is a really good in-game leader. There, I gave you 2 tangible things, not like these theoretical mind games. I've got 2,000 IQ. We're going to play tanks. No shit. That's exactly what every team does. I'm saying Atlanta's going to do it better because they've got better pieces. I think they've got a better coaching staff. I think they've got a better in-game leader.
That Zeus, JT over here basically beat you with the French stick and more.
I'm gonna eat that real quick. First of all, I need my boy Ben Best. He is going to lead. He's honestly the leader on this team, so he's going to take them to victory. If we can get Soon to freaking start, he can stop being sick. That'd be great. If we can start, it would be a sweep. We'll have to see how this week comes up.
Sweep.
Yes, a sweep. But since Soon isn't starting, it's not going to be a sweep.
Wow.
We got Nico, who's going to help this team go to victory, my mans. You know what? I'm going to come over there and beat you with 2 French sticks.
Sweep?
Yes.
You've got a sick human and some dude named Nico.
Sick human.
I said if he wasn't sick.
Oh, so you're already making an excuse and the game hasn't been played. Gotcha.
I'm not making any
I'm not
excuses.
making any excuses.
I just
I
told you
mean,
the same thing.
half our luggage could be lost, and we'd still win.
Here we go with the
Just-
luggage being lost
damn.
again, I swear.
See,
I'm gonna
when
fight
a
this kid.
good team
this guy.
decides to travel, they make sure they ship it to the right place. All I'm saying is,
Well, we ain't Houston, okay? We got some dubs on the board, okay?
oh, you're getting really aggro.
Well, yes.
You're upset that you're losing.
I'm not losing anything. This is pure predictions, my man.
You know what? I normally say don't tweet at me. Please do tweet at me.
I will tweet at you.
Do it.
You're not gonna be happy.
That's perfectly fine. You won't be happy either.
Twitter.
You know, Zeus, I don't really want to talk to you anymore about this. Nova, you're gonna have your hands full. How about you tell us a little bit about this matchup you've got going on here, London versus Florida?
Indubitably.
Screw you, JT.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm
Sorry.
speaking.
Oh, sorry, Nova. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
You bloody wanker.
He's all ferocious today. I don't know why.
You see here, London is coming up on an upset, beating Washington, and I would only expect them to feel fantastic right now. And with that kind of energy, they're going to take that straight to Florida, and they're going to show Florida, hey, we're not bottom anymore. We got this. We're going to be that mid-tier. London, I love you, but you're not going to be a top-tier team. I will give you middle as the benefit of the doubt. But, yes.
Okay, time out. Hold up. Zeus, let me give you a pep talk here.
Pep talk.
Nova is a friend. Please do not attack him brutally, murdery style. Okay? You
Okay.
good here?
I'm good. Okay. London will lose.
No. False.
I disagree with your statement. Florida will beat them with my man Barbecue, aka BQB, and Seiya player sniping them heads.
Okay.
That is my statement.
That's your statement?
That is my statement.
Well, I don't like that. I mean, okay.
You have to go through an appeal process to give a retort.
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to put on that appeal process.
Okay.
You have Glister, who was the super hot fire last game against Washington. And I honestly believe Washington is a better team than Florida. So if I think London can pull up an offset like that against Washington, I don't think they're going to have a problem against Florida.
I could agree with you there. Washington is at that level, mid-tier team that they are arguably better than Florida. We really haven't seen them play too many good teams that are really putting them to the distance. I mean, they went against like Houston and Philly, so it's like, what are we gonna do?
Philly.
Yeah, well, it's true, but we don't talk about that matchup. But Seiya player will have his hands full with Glister. That's for sure. But I think Seiya player and VQB are going to be able to do that dynamic duo, Batman and Robin, and lead this team to victory with such awesome skills and players, stats, and clips and stuff. Yeah.
Well, Batman and Robin are going to have to deal with the Joker. You know what the Joker is? It's Glister, obviously. Both of those two.
Well, hey, I have Dick Grayson, so my Robin's not going to die. We're going to beat you.
Okay, well, you know who's there to help? Hailey. And you know what Hailey is? Harley Quinn. You see how close, comparison that is?
Yeah, we're still going to beat you. You know how many times Batman and Robin has beaten Joker and Harley Quinn?
2.
So many more times than 2.
3 max.
No, just definitely not.
We're having this entire conversation, and all I'm saying is, why did I get a bunch of arrows shot at me? I'm just sitting here minding my own business, and y'all come after my teams. I'm not even hopping in on this conversation.
sorry.
No idea what you're talking about, man.
We needed textual support.
Neutral
and
middle ground.
evidence, yes, to support our case.
I feel
Exactly.
like y'all are just attacking me for fun. Not even talking about the same matchup. Okay, I get it.
Basically, yes.
All
I
right.
mean, it could be worse.
All right. Well, don't credit me when Toronto butchers your teams.
They won't.
But last piece of insight, I still think London's going to win. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. It's going to be a close game like Washington. But I don't think they're going to have to do a reverse on this. 3-2. 3-2. 3-1? 3-2? 3-1?
I'm gonna say 3-1 on Florida side.
I'm going with him.
Who's him?
Zeus.
This guy.
Okay. Well, you're wrong. And you know what?
Okay.
You started
what else is
attacking
wrong?
me. So.
You know what else is wrong? Toronto versus Houston. That's going to be... Whew, I don't know about that. Houston, you better take this homestead to your advantage going up against Toronto, to be honest. JT, how do you feel about Toronto having to go up against Houston in their own homestead?
Come here, Zeus. Don't you leave.
Come here, Zeus.
Get off the floor. Come here.
Sorry. Sorry. What's going on?
Look me in the eyes.
I'm the
Ready?
captain now.
We're about to butcher your team.
Yeah. Kind of.
I don't even need to really go into this matchup. I mean, I will just for funsies because, you know, it's kind of comical. Houston's going to win their first game. They're going to be all excited. And then they're going to run into a buzzsaw and the Canadian team.
What if they dodge the buzzsaw? Like, Matrix it.
No, this is a horror movie. They split up and all get hit by it.
But we don't have any blonde chicks on our team, so we're not going to die first.
Yet. How do you know?
How do I know we don't have blonde chicks on our team? Because I looked at the roster. We don't have any blonde chicks on
Masks,
our team.
baby. Masks.
Masks. Have you not seen white chicks?
Oh, God.
See?
My life is a lie.
See?
Hydration is a
Houston-
woman.
Can someone please give me a video capture of that? I want to play that a lot. That's going to be my ringtone for you.
Hydration is a woman.
Okay, Houston has nothing working for them. The universe hates them, and this is going to be a continuation. The
Wow.
airplane support hates them. Overwatch League hates them. Their fans, for some reason, love them. Except, they keep trying to leave. Houston fans are so fickle, too. They're like, beginning of the year, yeah, we're so good. 2 games in the year, they're like, bench the entire roster. I don't know. That's the most unfunctional organization I've seen in a long time.
I know, this Houston fans, I swear, sometimes they hype them up and they just, I don't know.
Hey, Nova, this is our show now.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the Gauntlet. Nova.
I'm back.
Oh,
Revenge
God.
of the Zeus. Okay, first of all, don't you be trying to talk about them fans like that. We are some of the most loyal fans out there. We're like Lions fans. We will lose every time, but we still there supporting our people. You
Time
cannot
out.
deny that.
No, time out.
Time
Week
in.
1,
Time in.
time out. No, time out.
Time in.
Week 1, you're like, top 10. Next week, we have you on video. You're like, that we should get rid of the entire roster. They go from a top 10 team to, they're all garbage.
Well, I wouldn't say garbage. Tis a joke, good sir. Tis a joke.
It's a joke.
Tis a joke. But I believe there needs to be some changes with roster and coaching staff. I can agree with that. I don't think we need to wipe the slate clean. It was a joke.
Who do you keep?
Who would I keep? Ruckus. I'd keep the new guys because maybe not Blase, but I'd keep Hydrations and Repel because they're pretty good.
Blase.
Muma, I'll have to see how he does this week because he's been kind of on and off. He'll have some good days and some bad days. Last season, he's been doing a lot. He was better than this season. So I'm kind of on edge about that. We might just need to get rid of him.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
you saying get rid of the coaching staff?
The coaching staff, I don't know what's going on behind enemy lines. It's
Wait a minute. They're like the players pay, and then like the coaching's like pay, and they're like fighting each other. Like, no, we're not gonna play Reinhardt.
That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, heck, last week they were switching out Ruckus and Repel.
Can guess what it is? Is it Raucus?
It is indeed. Yeah, Raucus is going to be back in for Repel.
I've figured it out, Brent.
What, every other map?
Yep, I think that's it.
Oh, every match. Like, what's going on?
Oh, I have an explanation for that, by the way. I finally figured out what happened there.
What happened?
So in between matches, they're actually the same person. They're putting on a mask. See, their entire team's based on trickery.
So is this the sequel to The Mask?
Yeah, it is. Wow. In the ring, all in one.
Jim Carrey, you have sons.
Yeah, it's supposed to confuse the enemy team to think, oh, I'm facing up against so I gotta play a certain different style, but actually, play someone else.
So he deliberately did trash one match and then switches with himself and then does good that match and then does it every other match.
Well, no, this conspiracy goes way deeper. And let me
Okay.
tell you why. I have insider information. I can't tell you who told me this because I might die. But
You have to text me your source.
I will, for sure. So that way you can fact check it. You can call him. I got his phone number too.
Okay, cool.
So,
go ahead.
So, Seoul Dynasty is not allowed to play right now. Coronavirus. So they are putting on masks, parading as Houston to get practice to figure out weaknesses. But they have to make it convincing, so they have to lose. That's actually what's happening. That means when Seoul Dynasty comes into the league, they're going to be swinging for the fences, 3-0ing everyone, because they already have match experience and no one knows it. I'm telling you.
I'm 100% on board with this. This might as well be. You need to send me that dude's number. I need a fact check.
I will right now.
Oh.
Like literally right now.
Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm watching
right now.
Whew.
I'm doing it right now.
Because Seoul Dynasty, if this is true, God, I love you.
I'm telling you right now. I have a fact. I have a source.
They're tanking your team though.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, but his team will show up in week 6. That's going to be the real Houston. Like
That's
the real players. They're actually in the closet. Like in the Overwatch homesteads.
Oh.
They've been locked there.
There you go. That makes sense.
I got a text.
That's not me. Sorry.
They were actually in the luggage in the suitcase. That's why
that was
Houston
the
didn't
FBI.
get it.
That's when they did the switch.
They switched them with the luggage.
That makes perfect sense. They're like, Houston
coming
wasn't doing
together.
good. They're like, we'll just slide in there. Nobody will notice. And then a game 7 happens. And they're like, huh? Nani?
Okay, I'm sending you over the reference link right now.
Good God almighty.
Yes, yes. I'm watching my phone waiting for this to go up.
Send it in the group chat. That way both of you can call it.
Oh, sweet.
Well, Toronto, JT, what do you think Toronto, how they're going to do in this matchup? Do you think it's going to be a sweep?
Yep. We got the real Houston back in town.
All right.
I got it.
Zeus, what do you think?
I'm going to say 3-1. No, 3-2. I'm going to say 3-2.
3-2.
3-2.
Okay.
For which team?
Yes.
Seoul Dynasty?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Good answer. FBI will not arrest you for that.
I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for Houston. I mean, he is the man who said bleed green how many times?
Yes. Houston.
Houston, bleed green.
So, with this new week coming up, and we're still not seeing any of those Chinese or Seoul teams.
You are.
Yes, we're secretly seeing Seoul Dynasty right now.
Yeah.
How do you think Atlanta and the teams for this week is going to fare against the teams we haven't seen yet? Nova?
Honestly, I think Atlanta and the Chinese teams coming in, I think they're gonna do surprisingly well. Last season they did well, and honestly, like I said, they literally have been having time to practice and legit watch the other teams. And what's it called? The other teams who are playing right now have not even seen these Chinese teams or Atlanta play. So honestly, it's like they've been able to analyze and everything, and they get to walk in with a better game plan than the teams are already playing, and they're like, okay, what should we expect? So I'm gonna go for these teams that haven't played yet. I think they have an advantage.
Okay. I can respect that. JT, what you think?
Okay, Atlanta, top 5 team, 5 or 6.
Wow.
Gonna be solid. Yep. The other teams mixed throughout. Seoul Dynasty is gonna be a #1 team because not only have they had all this break, but they're also playing secretly under false identities.
This is confirmed.
I'm predicting them to be #1. They're gonna win the Overwatch League.
I like this. I like that prediction. I'm on board with that prediction. Oof. I think there's a lot of promise with the Chinese teams. Hangzhou and Chengdu specifically last season were already looking promising, especially towards the end of the season. So I think this season, especially with that time off and more, scrims and watching how the new comps are going to be, they're going to look extremely promising. Seoul Dynasty is obviously have a lot of practice time being secretly Houston, so they're going to do absolutely amazing. In Atlanta, I don't know if I'd say 5 or 6. I think they could be top 10, lower 10, possibly. I'll have to see how they play this week.
No, rank them right now.
9.
Yeah, 9?
9, if any.
Wait, hold up. Do you have Paris ahead of them?
Yeah.
No.
Gosh.
Hey, I have to see how they do. I think, as of this moment, Paris is a better team.
Whoa.
I give them 6 or 7, and that's only because I haven't seen them play. But I still think that's a little. I think that's generous. 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think 9's pretty generous too.
No, it's not.
I think it's pretty generous.
They have to be better than Paris.
So who are they better
I don't know.
than? Who's in that 10th spot?
I think I
Dallas.
have in that 10 spot. Let me click on my
Dallas.
handy dandy. Nope, but no. Dallas is not there.
You're number 11. We already agreed on this.
They're better than Washington and Florida.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
All I said was they're better than Washington and Florida. I didn't tell you who was in my 10th spot.
Washington's in that 10th spot.
I have LA Gladiators in the 10th spot.
Really?
I think because they took Vancouver to a game 5 that they have the potential to be up there. Now, as I didn't put them any higher because I think that's just being really generous.
Washington's better than Gladiators.
Well, they got reverse 3-0 sweep by London, so are they?
Yeah, but flukes happen.
That's a huge fluke,
And
dude.
you know what else is a... I'm not going to tell you this. I'm going to say this one for next week.
Well, now you have my interest.
Yeah, tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, and that's going to wrap it. Super Saiyan Gauntlet. Tri-beam. Wasn't even a Saiyan.
You're such a nerd.
What a nerd.
So that's going to wrap it up for this video here. Tune in Monday to find out the results and our top plays. I'm Captain Zeus, followed by JT and Novaverse. And we will see you in the next video because Seoul Dynasty is Houston.